is there anything that during the whole experience that really sticks with you? Any one particular memory that you're just going to take with you the entire time, like up until you're old and gray? And
the biggest moment for me in my ordination that just, I was so happy, and they actually say, I think it's advice they sometimes give people if you don't want to cry in an event, to smile a lot. Because when you're smiling, apparently it's really hard to cry.
Oh, okay.
And I was just smiling. I wasn't trying not to cry, but I was so happy. I was smiling a lot in my ordination. So I didn't actually have any tears until we got to the Eucharist, the liturgy of the Eucharist, and I was brought up to be a concelebrant to help celebrate and so
yes.
That moment was the first time I actually had tears in my eyes, because I couldn't believe that like 30 minutes before, if I had said these words, nothing would happen. But now I say these words, and they confect the Eucharist. That was a moment that I think I'll probably take with me. It was kind of like, one, I was behind the altar looking out, and so it felt like a new position.
Yes.
And it just all kind of, wow, I can't believe this just happened, and that like I'm now celebrating this mass, and so that was probably a moment where it hit me a little bit.
This is it.
Wow. Everything has changed.
I am a priest.
Yeah. I think one thing I've loved is confession, for sure, and that too. My first confessions and hearing confessions have been just a surreal moment as well. I think it's the most surreal because you're in a position that you've never really even witnessed or experienced. You've only experienced your own confession to a priest.
Yes.
And then suddenly, as a priest, you're on the other side, and you've never been there. You've never even seen it. It's not like, oh, let me go watch this guy's confession, see how it goes.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, you're just, it was a humbling experience and such an honor, but and that was a surreal moment for me on day one, because the way I did my schedule is I had the ordination in the morning at 10, and then I heard the parish confessions that evening.
Wow.
And then I had my first mass at 5:30 p.m. that evening. So I kind of did the whole run, and I wanted to do it because it somewhat made sense in the schedule, but also. That day was actually my 26th birthday.
Oh.
The day of the ordination was my birthday.
Oh, so you'll never forget that.
Yeah, I know. It actually was a grace, because I forget dates all the time. So now I don't have to remember it.
Now the ordination date, it moved several times, didn't it?
The diaconate did. This one did not. This one was, I actually knew for about a couple years, because we always do it first Saturday of June, and so I had looked ahead and saw, oh wow, it's going to be on my birthday, because my birthday is June 5th, and I was like, well, you know what, it's going to be let's make this the best birthday ever. I'm going to have my first mass, I'm going to have confessions, everything all
on that one day,
all on that one day if it's possible, and so I did, and it was awesome.
Let's rewind to when you were laying prostrate. Yeah. All right, and the litany of the saints. Now, Father Houston said that you are all able to choose the saints, some of the saints. Mm-hmm. Do you remember which ones you chose?
Yeah, I chose Saint Therese of Lisieux.
I figured that was yours.
Yeah.
I heard that when I said that's probably Father Joseph's. Yeah,
that was
because you had mentioned your deep love for Saint Therese. Yes.
Exactly. Yeah, that was my number one choice. I also had Saint Teresa of Calcutta, I think, was an alternate, and I'm trying to remember.
Because of your experience in India. In
India was my next one, and so I put those two. And the amazing thing is some of the ones my favorite saints are already in the litany, so you don't need to add any. So I put those two down. I think, But yeah, like St. Joseph, of course, he's already in there, would be number one for me. And then St. Barnabas is a unique saint. That's my confirmation saint.
Okay.
But it's so he would be one that I put in there. St. John Vianney, of course, for the priesthood. But yeah, St. Therese was the big one that I wanted to be in there. And so
now you said you did your first mass. Where was that? Was at your home parish?
It was St. Michael's in Lake Jackson. Yeah, that was there. It was very nice. I had a great turnout of family to be there for the 5:30 p.m. mass, and then I did the next 2 masses the next day. And actually, one of the cool things that I got to do is my nephew, who's also my godson, and one of my cousins, who's about 7 years old, they both needed to receive First Communion, and so we worked it out that I would give my nephew First Communion, and then his grandpa, who was a deacon, served at that mass and gave my cousin First Communion. So the next day, I was doing a First Communion mass. It was awesome.
That is great.
Yeah, it was really cool.
I saw that online.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. That's the nice thing about COVID. Everything's live streamed
It's true.
So
it's true.